It's like we're standing outside while they're looking out the window, picking up pace, losing control of all the things we are.
My favorite highway, and this is the Rockstar Story Chicago.
Thank you guys so much for My Favorite Highway from Vienna, Virginia. It is a pleasure to be back here in Chicago once again. How are you guys feeling tonight? Woo! It is hot up here, but I'm glad you guys are having a good time. We're going to play another song for you guys. This is off our new record, How to Call Bluff. The song is called What Are You Waiting For? It's never there, it's never quite the innocence of taken back. All the words you thought said but never lied. You never had to say a word, don't say a word. It's don't touch it and it don't come alone. And you don't know exactly what you like to know. Like to
Rockstar Story Chicago, here with My Favorite Highway. So, for our viewers that aren't as familiar with you guys, could you introduce yourselves and say what you do in the band?
Yeah, I'm David, and I sing lead vocals.
I'm Will, and I play bass.
I'm Pat, and I play guitar.
So, how would you describe your music?
Our music is pop rock. I think it's comparable to bands like The Fray, One Republic, Matchbox 20, All American Rejects.
Okay. How long have you guys been together?
We started the band 4 years ago, like Will said, and I was taking a break from school, and Will was a senior in high school, and he said, let's start a band. So we went to Bob Evans on his birthday, and we decided to start a band 4 years ago. And we did. Started a band, and here we are.
Did you guys start touring straight out of high school?
No, it took us a while to go on our first tour. We didn't actually start touring until about 2.5 years ago. Was our first tour. And we did a tour with the Morning Light then.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what inspired you to choose music as a career?
Music as a career. I think it's more out of not wanting to do like desk job and stuff. I think all of us have it's never really appealed to us. So, what else can we do besides that? And I wasn't that good at skateboarding, so I went to music.
Yeah, and music has been a huge part of our lives since all of us were very young. And so it's just something that comes really natural to us and everybody. It's just a natural talent everyone's had. We've all been playing since we were very young and just kind of felt right for everybody, you know? You kind of fall right into it.
Did you guys have any particular inspirations, like bands or people?
Well, for me personally, I grew up around music. My dad was a music minister at church from when I was born, from very young. So I was always surrounded by music, and I started playing piano when I was 7 years old and started playing guitar when I was 10. So I started at a very young age and just was always surrounded by music.
Is it the same question?
Yeah.
Particular bands that they got me
or
to.
people.
You know what? Honestly, I think I always listened to music, I always loved it. But what made me I think want to be in a band was probably bands like Jimmy Eat World, and Third Eye Blind stuff. The stuff that I was listening to on the radio as a kid kind of made me want to be in a band. I don't know about you. Probably the same people.
Same. A lot of bands. Juliana Theory. Stuff like that saves the day.
Early November, Starting Line, bands we're on tour with right now
Yeah.
in their current state.
Was it ever hard to push through since there's so many bands aspiring?
It's very difficult because the music scene in general right now is extremely oversaturated. There's just a ton of bands in every city, and everyone's striving for the same thing.
Well, obviously it paid off. I mean, you signed to Virgin Records,
Mhm.
which is huge. It's a major label. How has that been?
It's been unreal. I think it's one of those things you wake up every morning and you're like, did this really happen? You know? And sometimes it doesn't feel real, but then you're at a video shoot or a photo shoot, or we went to an EMI Grammy party in LA, and it's we meeting Coldplay and Katy Perry, and it was just is this really happening? Is this really real? So.
Well, it paid off. I mean, your songs have been played on big TV shows like The Hills in
Mhm.
the City. How did that come about?
Actually, that came about before we even signed to Virgin Records. We have a few relationships at MTV, and a good friend of ours works there, and he loved the record when he heard it, and he started playing a few songs on The Hills and a show called Newport Harbor when that was still around, and he even put our song "What Are You Waiting For" in the trailer for The City.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, did you guys get to meet the cast at all?
No, it's just one of those things where they get the songs, they like them, they plug them in at the last minute, you know?
You guys released your record, How to Call a Bluff. How has it been received?
I think it's been received really well. We actually released the record ourselves independently in July of 2008, and it sold really, really well. It was really well received then, and now we signed with Virgin in November, and they re-released the record with 2 new songs. And
Has your music changed in any way along the way?
it's definitely it's matured, I think, since like the very first record we did, but I think it's all still the same thing. It's very based around lyrics and very melodically driven, and it's our sound is very My Favorite Highway, and that's something that's never going to change. We might mature a little bit in the things we sing about, or it might get better, but it's always going to be My Favorite Highway.
What's your favorite song to play live off your record?
My favorite song to play live is Go or Dreamer. The 2 new songs, actually. I really like playing those. But Getaway Car is amazing, too. I think people receive it very well when we play it live.
Yeah, I'd say Getaway Car probably. It's like the most kind of, I don't know, like emotional for me. As cheesy as that might sound, like I think just dynamically it's really fun to play something that's not just like loud the entire time and something that builds. It's cool for me.
You guys are on the Barbecue Across America tour. How has it been for you?
It's been great. It's been awesome. It's really, really cool touring with Ascenders and Personnel, all the guys on the tour, like the nicest guys ever. And it's been really cool, like playing shows with Ace and Kenny, because he did just run across the street. And it's just cool because, we were big Starting Line fans and Early November fans when we were younger. And so it's kind of crazy that we're playing with, on the tour with these guys that were like our heroes. And it's really cool because they're just the nicest guys ever. And it's just been a lot of fun.
Was it ever surreal that you're getting to tour with them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was sitting there watching Ace play the third night on the tour with Will, and we were just sitting there, and I was like, I remember listening to this song in high school and singing it and loving this song, and now we're on tour with these guys. It's really cool.
So since it's the Barbecue Across America tour, do you guys really have barbecues before?
There's really a barbecue.
Except for today. Today's popsicles.
Yeah, it's a cookout. It's burgers, hot dogs, hang time.
Yeah, usually every day, an hour before doors, there's a cookout outside. Or if we can't cook out for some reason, if there's a problem with the venue, there's popsicle day. Like today, there's popsicles. Come
That's
and get
great,
free
too.
popsicle.
Who does most of the grilling?
Surge.
Surge and Ace, yeah. They make a mean burger.
Have you had any crazy tour moments so far? Any memories?
Yeah, there's always. That happens every tour. Like, we went to Canada on accident one time, our first tour. One time we hit a deer.
This tour's been relatively quiet.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Safe,
So far.
which is
I
different.
don't
So
like-
far, I don't want to say that now because we still have a 20-hour drive home.
I don't like when bad things or unexpected things happen. I don't like surprises.
I don't like hitting deer. I don't like when our transmission blows.
Yeah,
a lot of things.
well, the time before the last time we were here in Chicago, our transmission blew in Tinley Park, and we were stuck there for 3 days without a car. So we walked from our hotel to Best Buy every day and played Rock Band.
Oh, okay. So you passed the time well.
Yeah,
Hours.
kind of. Yeah, but Rock Band's not very fun after 4 hours.
Play Bon Jovi so many times.
True.
Do you guys have any crazy fan stories?
We have a fan that flew all the way from Seattle to see us in Florida and came to all 4 of our Florida dates one time. Sometimes there's some crazy fans, but you know what?
They're crazy in love.
They're crazy in love and they can't help it. So we're just
They're safe fans.
they're safe. No one's been violent yet or mailed us strange things.
Would you guys like to say anything to your fans?
We love all our fans, and thanks to everyone who's supported My Favorite Highway along the way.
So where can everyone reach you?
They can find us on our MySpace, myspace.com/myfavoritehighway, on Twitter, MFHBand, and at myfavoritehighway.com.
Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. Have a good show
Thank you.
tonight.
It's awesome. Thank you guys.
It's like we're standing outside while they're looking out the window, picking up pace, losing control of all the things we are. All